right, there's not going to be a focus question, and we're just going to kind of head these notes. Quiz 1, study guide. And I'm going to start with problem number 8 on the study guide. And it looks like this. It says that if E to F is 15 and E to G is 35. Guys, be careful when you're reading these descriptions. E to G, that's this piece, is 35. Okay? Find the value of FG. All right, so you're looking for F to G. You're looking for this piece right here. Bless you. All right, so if the whole piece is 35 units long and this short piece is 15, how do you find the other short piece? Subtract, right? So just 35 minus 15, what do you got? 20, good. So that segment's 20. Questions? The two small pieces have to add up to the big piece. Number 9. It's another segment EFG. It says that E to F is 10x plus 18. F to G is 12. And EG is 120. So this whole segment is 120. You're asked to find the value of X. Same concept here, guys. All right, the small piece plus the small piece equals the entire piece. So you set up an equation. And your equation would be that 10x plus 18 plus the 12 piece has to equal the 120. And then you combine like terms, so 10x plus 30 equals 120. If you subtract 30 from each side, then 10x equals 90, and divide each side by 10. X is going to equal 9. Questions? Good. Number 10. Same picture, except RZT, and Z is a midpoint. It says if Z is the midpoint of RT, they're asking for find X, RZ, and RT. This is 3x minus 18. And this is 42. Now, when you read that word midpoint in the problem, what does midpoint mean? It means the middle, doesn't it? What do you know? You know that Z is in the middle of this segment. So isn't the right piece equal to the left piece? Okay, so it's a little bit different setup. So your 3x minus 18 is going to be equal to 42. So if you add 18 to each side, 3x is going to equal 42 plus 18 is 60. And then divide each side by 3. And x equals 20. So first answer is x equals 20. R to Z. To find R to Z, you're going to take 3 and you're going to multiply it by 20 and you're going to subtract 18 from it. But do you even need to do that? Aren't both the pieces equal to each other? If the right piece is 42, what's the left piece? 42. If both pieces are 42, what's the entire piece, R to T? 84. Questions? All right, 2 more problems here. Number 11. Number 11, you're going to be given a number line. And on that number line, it starts at like -8, and it goes all the way to +8. And the points of interest here are going to be point A, which is at -4, and point E, which is at 6. And they ask you to find the midpoint of AE. Can anybody tell me how far is it from A to E? If you start at -4 on the number line and you go to 6, there's a 0 in here, right? So how far is it from A to E? 10. All right, what's the middle of 10 or half of 10? 5. So wouldn't the midpoint be 5 units away from A and 5 units away from B? So what's 5 away from A and 5 away from B? Yeah, 1 right there. Okay? And this point is the midpoint, and it has a letter on it, and I think it's, I don't know what letter it is. It might be C. But that's what they're asking. Find the middle of 2 points when the points are on either side of 0. All right, and finally number 12. Another segment problem with a midpoint. Your points are going to be S, T, and U.
26 total ever seen, still on your roster.
Yes, sir. S, T, and U, we got 4x right here, and 2x plus 30. If T is the midpoint of SU, if T is the midpoint, then the left side is equal to the right side. What are, it says to, or it asks you to find ST, TU, and SU. If the 2 pieces are equal to each other, set up your equation that way. 4x is equal to 2x plus 30. Subtract 2x from each side. and 4x minus 2x is 2x is going to equal 30. And divide by 2. So x equals 15. But that's not what they're asking for, is it? And if it's a multiple choice quiz, which it's gonna be, I bet you that answer A is probably 15. But if you don't read the problem, they're not asking for what, they don't want to know what x is. They want to know what s to t is. So s to t is 4 times 15, isn't it? And what's 4 times 15? Good. And if that's 60, what's t to u? Good. And if they're each 60, what is s to u? 120. All right, is everybody all right with those 5 types of problems right there? Those are the math problems on the quiz. The other problems are definitions and looking at pictures and describing the points, lines, and planes.